Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. Welcome to the message, y'all. Welcome to the message. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. It is a new week. It is a new week, and we in this thing, okay? So, you know what to do, ski booski. Come in, like the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Let's get in the flow of abundance. Let's get into the message for this morning. Y'all already know we ain't gonna be here for a long time, so all to do it. Let's get to it. Y'all, it's been a weekend. I only had one day off, and so I hope y'all got some rest this weekend. Because it's time to what? Get back to the work. It's time to get back to the work. So sip your favorite adult beverage, okay? And let's get into the message for this morning. I don't have a whole lot because yesterday was really a day of rest for me, y'all. When I say I rested, I rested. And so for some of you, take that time because the Lord, as we know, is giving us more responsibility, more things to do. Your schedule maybe has changed up. But I will say this. If you said that you was going to commit to something, recommit to it to the best of your ability. I did get up and exercise this week. I didn't do much last week at all. So if you had said you was gonna get up and do something, then try to do your very best. Even if you have to ease your way back into it. Oh, let's do it. Let's get to it. Here we go, y'all. So the Lord started me off. This is, of course, developed over the weekend. But the Lord started me off with, which one do y'all want me to start with? Okay, let me start here. The Lord started me off with the number 619. So some of you may be seeing that number. 619, it means, and I saw it a couple of times. It was actually someone very specific for me as well that's in the spirituals. But this number 619 meaning enjoy the pleasures, full enjoyment, to enjoy. And so the Lord is getting ready to bless many of us, y'all, especially if you know you've been doing the work and putting and doing the everything that God has asked you to do. He's getting ready to give us earthly things, earthly riches to enjoy. Now, we're not doing things in order to receive the earthly things, but as you're continuing to move forward towards success, as you continue to move forward in purpose, the Lord is going to bless you with things that you're going to enjoy. So for many of you, the Lord is getting ready to bless you with things, especially if you went through a season where you had to do without many things. The Lord is getting ready to bless you with things because you deserve to have those things. Something the Lord was talking to me about last night in prayer was, writing the things that you want to see happen, the things that you want, even if it sounds crazy. If that's what you desire to have, then write that down. There are people who will try to convince you. Good morning, Pam. Good morning. There are people who will try to convince you that you shouldn't ask the Lord for nice things, but you should, because he never told us that we were supposed to be poor, broke, and struggling. So there are some things that you'll receive and there's some things that you won't. If you want a mansion, then you're going to have to do what's necessary to get a mansion. It's not, yeah, the Lord can bless you with just giving you one, I imagine, but many people, most people, they work towards their purpose, their assignment, whatever it is, your creativity. Those are things that are going to manifest in the things that you want. So understanding that the Lord is getting ready to bless many of us with the things that we want, the good things, the good life, if you will. Come on, good life. Next. Anchored in the Lord, faith that is firm and secure. The Lord has still been talking to me again about trees, y'all, and just being anchored in the Lord, being grounded, being rooted, and that our faith is firm and secure, and that it's strong and reliable, because we know we can depend on the Lord to do these things. The Lord's been talking about stability. So for some of you, stability, security, and this is where your faith is being like you're anchored, right? Where you're believing so much that no matter what somebody says, no matter what house the enemy will try to convince you otherwise, you believing so strongly and just knowing that no, this is what God said. You putting that faith and trust in him. It's stabilizing things in your life. It's also stabilizing things within yourself. And the Lord was talking to me about this in the midst of life's challenges, right? In the midst of things going crazy. Some of you, you're in a season where you may be standing still, but it seems like there's chaos all around you, right? There's chaos that's surrounding you, but you're just like in the middle, almost in the eye of the storm. There may be people who are having all these tower moments and things that are happening, but you're not allowing it to affect you because you're staying rooted and anchored in the Lord. He was talking to me a lot about the anchor, like being anchored, and knowing that as long as you continue to stay anchored in the Lord, you're going to be all right. So for many of you, this is where your strength is going to come from. All weekend, the Lord has been showing me things about perseverance, and just continuing to move forward. Remember, y'all, when you're getting ready to continue, when you're getting ready to complete something, when you're getting ready to level up, the pressure gets a little heavier. So for many of us, we're getting ready to have a season or a time, and who knows how long this time is going to be, but you're going to have a time where you're going to feel a lot more pressure, because this is the enemy. This is like, can you withstand this pressure? Because remember, the higher you go, the more it's going to require of you. So if you're feeling pressured, if you're feeling like there's just a lot going on around you, stay anchored, stay rooted, make sure you're staying in the word. I will talk about that tomorrow. Staying anchored in the Lord and just knowing that He's got you surrounded, but you're going to have to, this may, like we talked about, a test of faith last week, where there may be something that comes up that's going to test your faith, but this is where we have to make sure that we're staying anchored in the Word of God and in the purpose that He has us walking. Just a lot about following through, y'all, with whatever it is that the Lord is giving you to do, just making sure that you're following through, and not being discouraged when the pressure gets a little bit heavier. Next, the song Jack and Diane. I don't know. I think it's John Cougar Mellencamp. I don't know why that's significant, but I ended up getting that song yesterday. So some of you, my mama was here all day yesterday. So some of you, there may be like that, a very significant song that's going to play for you. They mentioned the song Jack and Diane, so I'm telling y'all about that. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. Anyway, if you know, you know. So that song came up for me yesterday, so that may be important for somebody. Eagles may be important as well. And the Lord started talking to me about the tree of life and the tree of knowledge, but that's developing. Ola, do it. Let's get to it. Let's see what else we need to know for this fantastic week, y'all. It's going to be a great week, but I do feel like there's some pressure, okay, that is coming in. So just, maintain yourself and keep yourself together, because there's definitely some pressure that's coming in. Let's see what else is coming in. Let me get a card for today for myself. Y'all like the live share, the love. Let's see what the word is. Let's see what else we need to know. Which part? Man, y'all, it's some folks that are starting a whole new adventure, a whole new chapter in their lives. So congratulations to you if you know that you are starting a new chapter in your life. The Lord is preparing us for something, y'all. He's preparing us for new beginnings. He's preparing us to step into roles that maybe you didn't even think that you were qualified for. There's like access, and oh yeah, that is how, huh? For some of you, you're getting ready to receive access in some sort of way, but the access is in preparation. Now, I don't know how this is going to resonate in your life or what it is that you're going to have access to, but the Lord is going to give you a key that is going to, come on, God, that is going to unlock new doors. And these were doors that maybe at some point, man, the significance in the smallest things, thank y'all. Maybe at some point it was like you were knocking on this door, but you couldn't get in, or you didn't have the key to get into the door. It feels like, come on, Lord, the Lord is getting ready to give you a key that is going to unlock doors that were previously locked to you. I hope that makes sense. I understand why they're giving me that now. It's like maybe you had to, look, I just dropped a card. Maybe you had to go the long way before, or maybe, there was a door that you could have gone through to take, not necessarily a shortcut, but just a quicker way to get somewhere, but you didn't have access to that door at the time. But now the Lord is giving you the key to get through that door. Let me see what fell, y'all. You're getting ready to have You get ready to have the key. Period. We have the Empress that is coming in for today. This is a receptivity, of course, is creation, nurturing, stability, giving birth. You was cuteness. Look, you better love you some you with the star card at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, look, 317, that's my pawpaw, March the 17th. Did I say March the 17th when I was talking about Pisces? No, that's on, I was recording videos this morning, y'all. So March the 17th may be an important day for some of you. So pay attention, write that down, make a note of that. There may be something, we're talking about harvest and abundance. And this is also, again, y'all, some key that the Lord is giving you to access new doors, okay? To access new doors. Let's see what else. Faith, spiritual guidance. This is star power as well. Here we go. Now, y'all, I shuffled these cards more than y'all have no idea how much I shuffle these cards when I put them up. Favoring your finances, this card, the energy doesn't shift until what the Lord wants to happen is coming to pass, or it comes to pass. People be like, y'all, these are just jumbled up in this box. I have no way of knowing what's coming out next, and I'm shuffling, I'm doing all the things, but there's unexpected deposits. We ended up getting this at the end of a message one day last week. I don't remember which one it was, but I've been talking about this. Be on the lookout, because there's something that's going to show up, and it's going to show up unexpectedly. And this is in regards to like seeds that you have planted. Yesterday in Bible study, the Lord had me reading about the parable of the mustard seed. And so it's like something that seems small and insignificant, or even if it's the work that you're doing and you feel like, man, I don't really understand why I'm doing this, but you're still being obedient to what the Lord has told you to do. You're going to start seeing the smallest things, that just like the mustard seed, the smallest seed can turn into the biggest harvest. So for many of you, in some ways, something, maybe you've invested in something, maybe it was just, you put a little bit of money into something. It's like you never know how that is going to pay dividends for you. So for some of you, y'all, didn't I just say, let me finish my thought. You never know how something is actually going to pay dividends for you. Y'all, the crazy thing is, I can't make this make sense to anybody. My lip is itching so bad right there. It's like every time I close my eyes, y'all, I keep seeing crosses. I keep them, like, I saw it in the shower, thought I was tripping. Every time I close my eyes, it's like I'm seeing a cross. So some of you may be having like visions, and I think I wrote it, and the significance of trees. So I wrote this yesterday, y'all, and I'm getting ready to show y'all there's something significant about trees. The Lord is sending me back to this again. There's a tree that is actually showing up on this next card that we got. And yesterday I wrote the tree of life, the tree of knowledge, and the significance of trees. And I wrote that around the number 526. But I don't know. I'm the Lord. Like I said, I feel like this is developing, y'all. There may be something very specific that the Lord is giving us about trees. This one speaks to Archangel Metatron, the one who serves behind God's throne, the angel of life, guardian of the tree of life. I just want to show y'all so y'all know. So this is my journal from yesterday, as you can see, and I literally wrote tree of life right there because I heard the Lord tell me that. So for some of you, this is once Metatron, if you understand this, once human as the prophet Enoch, the king of angels closest to God, helps us connect to God, enlightenment. So there's something significant that's coming in about trees, y'all, and we can see the size of this tree on this card. So there's something that seems small, that seems insignificant, some seed that you've planted, and you never know how big that is going to grow. So for some of you, and this is also anchored, come on God, this is also anchored and rooted in the Lord, okay? I'm gonna have to continue to see what the Lord wants to tell me about trees this week. I don't know, honey, but we'll see what else, because he literally told me the tree of life yesterday, and here it is showing up on this card. So there's something very significant about trees that's coming in. We have the Two of Swords that's coming in next. This is decision time, crossroads, choices, the blindfold. The Two of Swords is a card about which decision, like where are you going to go? Where is it? Like some of us, we feel like not the blind leading the blind. This feels more like sometimes when we don't know, it feels like we're fumbling around in the dark because the Lord has only given us one step. He never gives us the full picture, because if we knew everything we were going to have to go through to get to where the Lord is trying to take us, we would probably say no, right? And so for some of you, it's something like that where you feel like you may be in that stage where you're fumbling around in the dark. But remember, we talked about last week, you are the blueprint. You're not going to have a reference point. You're not going to have somebody to tell you every step 1, 2, 3, and 4, because you're creating the steps as you're moving forward. So for some of you, just know that. And look, man, come on, God. I was reading about this as well yesterday. I want to say it was in Mark 8. Let me double check it, because I was in two places yesterday in my Bible study. In Mark 8, I was reading. It starts off talking about when Jesus fed the 4,000, but then he sent me as I kept reading through. It was talking about when Jesus spit on his hands and he put his eyes on the man, or his hands on the man's eyes. And the man was able to see again. Then again, Jesus laid his hands on his eyes, and the man stared intently, and his sight was completely restored, and he began to see everything clearly. So for some of you, that was what I was in, and one of the things I was in Bible study yesterday. I was in the book of, what y'all mean? To which part? That part. So yesterday, y'all, so I have a Bible that I keep in my car. It sits on my dashboard. And when I got in my car yesterday, I noticed that the Bible, because it changes, right? When I have the windows down, the pages below. I noticed yesterday that the Bible was turned, it was open to the book of Mark. And in that particular Bible, it has the little, preamble that it gives for each chapter. For some of you, something is going to start moving really, really fast. The book of Mark is very action oriented. If you think about the other gospels, they're different. John's is very loving and compassionate and showing that part of Jesus. But Mark is like quick. It goes really fast. And so when I saw that it was open to the book of Mark, the first sentence on the little preamble says like lights, camera, action. So for some of you, there's something that's going to start speeding up for you. And this is, and I don't know, they're pointing that back out. It's like life, something is getting ready to start accelerating and moving forward for you. And maybe that's why you felt like you were kind of stumbling around, but it's like one step that you're getting ready to take. The Lord's going to give you one instruction, and you're going to follow that, and things are just going to start moving for you. I don't know. I hope that made sense to somebody. The book of Mark may be important for some of you to read as well, because it's the book that it's like, it ain't no fluff in the book of Mark. It's like, all action. It's showing the works. It's showing the things. And it's not, it's a fast read. It feels like it's more fast paced. And so they're showing me like fast paced. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Let's clarity this and see what else this is about. Here we go. We got two cards that came out. We got surrender, and then we got the Queen of Swords, y'all. This is you allowing the Lord to lead, guide, and direct you. This is prayer. This is boundaries. This is straightforward wisdom, being highly perceptive. The Lord was talking to me this morning about like discernment, right? Where some of you're getting ready to see through something. You're going to be able to see through what people ain't saying. It's like reading through, like somebody can say one thing, but your spirit is going to tell you what they're not saying. I don't know how else to explain that, but that's discernment, where you going to be like, oh, okay, this what you said, but this what you meant. It's something like that. So for some of you, think it not strange, especially if you're praying for discernment, that's a gift. That's something that the Lord is going to start allowing you to see, because that's how people, like the Holy Spirit is going to alert you, y'all. No play, gonna be like, no, you ain't even, you might be able to run that on somebody else, but your spirit is going to alert you. Next, some of you are allowing the Lord to take over your finances. When you understand that the Lord is the one, your source and your resource, that the Lord is actually the one that is paying you, whether you on your job, whether you have a business, the Lord is actually the one who is controlling all of that. It's easier to surrender, okay? It's easier to surrender. So this is acceptance. This is flow, detachment, ceasing resistance. One of the things that I have had to learn in this journey is just to let the Lord do it. The Lord pays for what the Lord orders. So it's like maybe you're praying for money, but the Lord is like, if you just do the thing that, thank y'all, if you just do what I'm calling you to do, the money is going to come to you. It's why we don't chase anything, we attract everything, because everything that you need is going to be provided for you. So for some of you, this is maybe one of your hardest tests to release, trying to control your money, trying to control, how the money is going to come in, and just allowing yourself. And I keep hearing Oprah. It's like there's something that I've heard Oprah say where it's like, don't chase the money, or not the money, or don't chase the success, just like focus on being important, or being, there's a specific word that I saw in this reel. It's like focusing on being somebody, right? Focus on being the person that you're meant to be, and then everything else, the success, the fame, whatever it is, that all of that will find you. It's something like that, but I have to find the real. Shout out Oprah. It's something I have to find, but I saw it the other day, but ended up seeing the same reel twice. So it's something like you're surrendering, saying, okay, Lord, well, I don't know how you're going to do it, but I know you're going to do it. And this is you just allowing the Lord to then bring in everything that's needed. We have Are You Okay? Another card wanted to come out with this, but I didn't grab both of them. This is isolation, therapy, need a vacation. So for some of you, somebody gonna think you crazy, because you're just allowing the Lord to guide you into all truth, right? When the Spirit of truth comes, it will guide you into all truth. There's some people who don't understand why your surrender is so important in this season. For whoever understands this, because when you surrender, you're no longer trying to control the outcome. And that I just said this in a conversation with somebody the other day, surrender is not an easy thing. I don't care what nobody say. We are so accustomed to being in control, trying to figure it out. Let me do it. I got the bet. But if most of us understand that when we were trying to do it ourselves, we didn't get it right. We kept on but when you let the Lord do it, the outcome that he wants always comes to pass. So for some of you, it's some folks that's going to be looking at you like, you good? Like, the only example I have of this is people not understanding why I went through homelessness, because that was what the Lord told me to do. But then also being able to sit here now and show people what restoration looks like, what obedience looks like. Obedience is better than sacrifice. People didn't understand my sacrifice, but my obedience is what then brought in the blessings of the Lord. It wasn't because I was working, because I didn't have it. I wasn't doing nothing when the Lord started blessing me and restoring me, right? So this is understanding. People are going to think you're crazy. They're going to think your obedience is crazy. But if they're not being obedient, they cannot understand obedience. They cannot. But your obedience is what's going to be an example to them, to show them like, no, when you real deal surrender and allow the Lord to do it, he's really going to do it for you. Okay. Next, we have the Akashic Records that's coming in next. Gifts and talents. For some of you, your gifts are making room for you. I know that's not what this. We have that card in here somewhere. Y'all. Message. Now, y'all. Okay. I keep seeing crosses, right? Keep seeing crosses. I looked over there and I saw a cross, but anyway, I hope that makes sense. Your gifts are making room for you. I feel like that's going to develop more, because there's something else that the Lord wants to tell me about that, but we'll continue to see how that happens. What y'all mean? Like some of you, maybe that's a gift that's coming in for you. You're going to start seeing visions. Know your talents, okay? Know your strengths. Yes, there are new gifts, because there are many gifts of the Spirit. We know this, right? Paul tells us this. There are many gifts of the Spirit. So don't think that you're just confined to one gift. You're not. So for some of you, there may be new gifts and new talents that the Lord is bringing online. New things that maybe you didn't realize, didn't even know what it was. Because I see visions, but I don't have visions a whole lot. But I kid y'all not, I just keep seeing crosses, and it's just like, okay, Lord, what are you trying to show me? So pay attention to those things that if you close your eyes and you're, whatever you're seeing, maybe that's something that the Lord is going to be developing for you. Knock, knock. This says drama and chaos. Remember, I was just talking about even in the center of everything, like you being in the center of everything that's happening. you have peace, the peace that transcends understanding, because again, you've surrendered and you're allowing the Lord to lead, guide, and direct you. He has taught, come on, God, I feel the Holy Spirit on that. He has taught us patience. He has taught us how not to crumble. Many of us, what we've had to go through is we're not going to fold when things start going left, when things seem crazy. We're not going to crumble under pressure. And there are some of you who are still going through that stage where when, you know, life is going to get chaotic, things are going to get stripped from you. Life is going to be lifing, okay? But we have learned not to crumble just because there's trouble. We're not gonna fold, okay? We ain't gonna fold. So I hope that makes sense for somebody, because I feel like that's what the Lord wanted to point out. We just talked about the chaos. For many of you, you're going to be an example to other people how not to fold, and just allow yourself to keep walking with the Lord and be like, well, and one of the things that I've adopted in my life, am I perfect at it? No, but most of the time I just be like, well, Lord, if this happened, you let it happen. So there's got to be a reason. So Lord, what's the reason? What's the reason that you want me to experience this? What do I need to learn? What is it trying to teach me? What do I need to, you know, glean from this? So for many, if you start adopting that attitude and remembering that the Lord is in control. So if God is in control, then there's nothing that comes up against you that God does not allow. So what can you learn from it? Even if it seems chaotic, even if it seems like it's nothing but discord, it's like, what can you learn from it? And when you start to live that way, no matter what happens, you be like, okay, Lord, well, this happened for a reason. So show me the reason. And then show me what can I do about it? Is it something I need to do about it? Is it teaching me to be patient? Is it teaching me to be strong? Is it teaching me to pray? Is it teaching me to turn to you? Is it teaching me to release it and let it go? Whatever the lesson is, you'll see it again, but you don't see the same lessons once you learn them. I hope that made sense for somebody. Anyway, that's it. That's the message. Lord, I hope this helps somebody. I feel like the Lord's gonna continue to develop what he wants to talk about with the trees. So I'll give y'all more information on that as it comes to me. That's it. That's all I got. Y'all, it's time to go be great and amazing. Do great and amazing things. It's time to get to the work, okay? Y'all, thank you so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, the subscribes, the love, the energy. I'm so truly, truly grateful. I will see y'all in the morning. Go hydrate your soul. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing Monday in purpose, on purpose. And I will see y'all on tomorrow's message. I love y'all in real life. Go be great and amazing. Do great and amazing things. Love y'all. Thank y'all. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Lord.